Hey everybody, welcome back to Path of Exile. Standard, no Delirium, sadly, currently. I wanted to start this episode on the character select screen, just to show you guys that I am leveling a hardcore character on the side. I did this one night, I'm not doing it a whole lot, but we are working on it. But we're going to continue to play this one on camera, just so we can experience the actual game instead of having to restart every time we die. Because that was getting insane. You guys know the drill if you've been watching the series. That's what we're doing. This is the first recording in this session. I think last episode, which came out Tuesday, was still part of last session. So some things have changed since yesterday's episode. I hope people liked the Destiny 2 episode on Monday instead of PoE. I hope everyone was fine with that. It was fun to play. It was a good break from PoE. I enjoyed it very much. I hope you guys did too. It's been a while since I played this game, to be honest with everyone. I'm sure I'm going to be a little bit rusty. But since we're on standard, we don't have to worry about dying. We should be okay. I don't even remember what I was doing, guys. What were we doing? We were going to Act 8, maybe? Actually, that sounds right to me. To Act 8. The Sarn Ramparts. Some of you may have noticed that the audio has been kind of weird lately. I'm working on fixing it or trying to just learn how to do it correctly. More than fix it. So that's going to be constantly changing over time. Hopefully we'll get it right. I read a couple things on Reddit today about how to equalize stuff out, so hopefully it sounds better. And hopefully you can hear me better too. I know the recent Ori episodes that I published were very loud on the game side. It's been so long since I played this game. It's a bit laggy. It's a bit laggy, I'll say that. I don't know if I had a chance to talk about this. The game looks really vibrant today, for whatever reason. On my screen, I don't know if that's picking up on the capture. I changed the way my monitor renders things from like standard to, I don't know, vibrant. One of those settings in there. I was trying to actually mess with the sound of the monitor when I was watching YouTube videos, and the monitor sound was just so low, and it's kind of embarrassing. I've had this monitor for a while, and the sound on the monitor was like halfway, or the built-in speakers on the monitor was set at like half volume, and I just kind of dealt with it. And it's got a weird interface, so I just kind of didn't mess with it. I was like, whatever, it works. I'm not bothered, kind of thing. Kind of dumb, though. Do we have everything? 3 specters. We have 3 specters. I mean, I feel like we're not actually playing that bad. We're being as rusty as we are. Feels like we're putting on an old hat here. Just take us a second to get used to it. What is this? Attack speed. Okay. Is this I thought maybe that was a altar for a damage boost. Trying to think if there was any interesting news from Grinding Gear Games about Path of Exile. I'll tell you, I didn't see that they made the changes to the game. The game looks beautiful right now, and it's running smooth as butter. So whatever they did, game looks fantastic. So hats off to them. And I have been checking in on the Reddit to see the problems that the people that play the game a little bit more than I do are saying they're having, and I didn't see anything glaring. I mean, there were people. There's always going to be people complaining. That's just the nature of the beast, guys. And the internet and the platform. Thankfully, we have it to be able to share our opinions and not say that what they're saying is their opinions. I should just shut up about this kind of stuff. It never does me much good to talk about it, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's cool that we have the internet for people to be able to voice their concerns about what's going on in something that they love and care about. But it what happens is it kind of paints this false narrative of the scenario for or how everyone's feeling about a particular thing, right? So you have 100 very vocal people, and 200,000 people that are just enjoying whatever it is they're doing and not having any problems, and you might still assume that everybody's having problems just because there's 100 very vocal people. I'm not sure if what I said made sense. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. The internet, basically. That is the internet. And I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you guys. Allows me to do things like just walk around in circles on a recording for Path of Exile. Just not being able to find the exit for this area. I must be up there, I guess. Yeah, we were literally right there. That's alright. That's okay. We're to date this video, we're approaching 2 weeks of quarantine in the United States. Excuse me. And I think we're supposed to be on quarantine for another... Today's April 1st. I'll just go ahead and tell you how the soup's made. So we still have another month of quarantine. This is X. No, this is right. This is like a second area in the same area. That's kind of wild. Area 2 of one area. This is kind of like how the indoor places are, right? You go into like a dungeon or a cave, and you're in the same zone, but it's got levels to it. We've probably seen that before, but it's the first time I've like acknowledged it in an outdoor zone or been conscious of it. It is good to be back in this game, especially with it looking as beautiful as it is right now. The quality of the game. Been doing a lot of research on graphics cards lately. I was kind of worried that maybe our graphics card wasn't able to keep up with this game. And it is kind of lagging behind the the top end, but we have a 980 Ti. I think most people are on 2080s now with RTX, which I didn't know what that meant until like 3 or 4 days ago. I'm very interested in computers, but I don't really keep up on the hardware stuff. I'm more of a software guy, and I really don't even keep up on the software side as well as I should. But basically, it's like for anyone that's interested that doesn't already know, it's ray tracing technology. So they're very similar to the 1080 series. If you have a 1080, they're slightly better performing. They perform slightly better than the 1080 series, and they have ray tracing technology. If you don't know what ray tracing is, just look it up on a YouTube video. There's tons of people out there that give great explanations on what it is. I feel like, did we just make a circle back to the previous hack? We may have. We may have done it, guys. Although this does look new. Yeah, this is new, thankfully. It's just confused because it was the Sarn encampment, and I said. I'll tell you what we're going to do before we listen to that. Let's just turn up their volume to the max. Still a little low. Alright. What do we got equipped here? Soul of the Brine King cannot be stunned. You've been stunned or blocked by a stunning hit in the past 2 seconds. That seems like a PvP skill. 5% reduced damage taken. Oh, we have that equipped. We don't have that equipped. Okay, that's what we wanted. That's the one we wanted. Yeah, that's
There, Tolman. Don't you worry. I love you. I'll think of something. Watch yourself.
I'm not sure. That was the gentleman that was sitting on this ledge here. It's Ledgerino, I think. Oh no, that's her boyfriend. Well, I don't know. Well, that's pretty bad. I don't remember. I mean, she was talking about it like it was Tomlin.
Good to see you in Sarn once again.
Well, Sarn's not looking too good.
Greeting under fairer skies.
Yeah.
Yet this city remains clouded in strife.
And poison, it looks like.
Eternal goddess of the moon and her sister Solaris of the sun have risen to reclaim what was once their own. Siblings equal in strength, mighty twin rivers converging, sweeping all before them. We are cornered animals, awaiting the deluge that will surely drown us.
Okay.
There is nothing else.
Good to see you're still soldiering on. With all these gods and past horrors wandering around Sarn, I don't assume anyone's alive and kicking these days.
No, I guess not.
If Sarn wasn't mad enough, now we've got some whip-tongued hag cooking up a stinking curse in the sewers. Took her from her mother-in-law at first.
Ha!
But no, based on mine, we get stolen knowledge. I reckon with a certain dozy dark tongue to contend with.
Yep.
Where in blazes is she hiding? I've no idea. So, the only way we're going to catch this witch is by getting our hands and possibly a lot more well and truly dirty. And by we, I mean you.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
The sewers are no place for a simple businessman like me. Do us a favour. Head into them sewers and track that old hag down. Get her to reveal herself and put her down.
I'm on it, guys. Looks like we have 3 acts left now. Tane's Laboratory. Tane. Oh, so we do have access to the Metamorph League events here. I don't think we can do that yet. I think we need more. I feel like we want to go... Well, I guess we want to go into the arena. Essence of Hag. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I love how the art's got like a greenish haze over it. Where the previous one wasn't like that. We're on Texas Realm for some reason. I don't feel like that's right. Seems to be running perfectly fine, though. Where are we supposed to go? What are we... let's put us in Act 3. Let's... Yeah, I don't think we wanted to go that way. I think we want to go this way.
That would just make life complicated.
The Toxic Conduits. The Toxic Conduits. You can access CTF and Team PvP by talking to certain NPCs in the Act 2 and 3 towns. We still haven't done PvP yet. I'm sure we're going to get demolished. Like, I don't even know. We'll do it, but I am putting it off for sure. So I don't have to suffer that indignity I will surely suffer. Hello, game? She's loading. Okay, so we're in the sewers? So that we gotta kill the witch then, I guess. It's pretty quick. Curious to see how big the last 3 campaigns are, the last 3 acts are of this. We're taking a lot of poison damage there. Just poison damage is no joke here. That's going to be an issue when we come through on hardcore. If you're playing the game right now, I don't know, sometime in the middle of last week, I think it was, Grinding Gear Games gave everybody a free piece of gear from the store from last league. It was just it was a random piece of gear. We opened ours up. I don't know if you can still get it. If you're interested in playing the game and you want to get some free loot, I mean, now may be the time to do it, although it might have passed already at this point. It's worth checking out, though, if you have any intention of playing the game. We got a pair of gloves, though. It was kind of disappointing. We're not wearing them right now because I think we have them on our hardcore character. Which is something, I think, I don't think you can have it equipped on multiple characters. So it doesn't quite work like a transmogrifying system. Although it does, just not like some other games have done it. Is this any good? 28, 29, 21, 6. So I'll show it to you here. Go here. No, here. Purchase items for the slot. It was the gloves we had. Yeah, so we'll just steal them from... So they're nothing fancy, but the set for this... I mean, the gloves are nothing fancy. The set for the whole thing looks pretty cool, though. No, we want to do an incursion. I think the way the boxes work is you buy one of them. I don't know how much they are. I don't think they're really expensive. And then you get a random piece of loot for a given set, a themed set. Ooh, wow, we're almost dead there. And I think it has some kind of checks in it to prevent you from getting the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it might not even be possible to get the same thing twice. And so it's like a lottery with safety checks, I guess is the best way. Is that the Audrey's cesspool? That seems a bit early to go in there. Although maybe it is time to just go take her down. The poison damage is nuts in here, though. I am actually... Well, I'm not actually worried. It's not... It's nothing serious, right? We're not gonna... If you die in the game, you don't die in real life. But I'm worried about the hardcore character coming through here. You know, let's go ahead and go over here, so we don't have to run all the way back down here. I feel like we made a wrong turn way back there. Yeah. Geodry's cesspool. Doesn't look like a boss area, which is... It's good, I guess. We'll check the map, or the world map here as soon as we kill this pact. Yeah, we're fine. Just taking some poison damage, no big deal. I would love to play some of my hardcore character tonight, but I don't see that happening. What I'll probably try to do is get as many episodes of this recorded as possible, so I can get. Although I'm gonna have to upload this as soon as I finish recording this episode, because this has to go out tomorrow. And if you wait too long to get it up, the high def isn't processed by the time it's released, which isn't a huge deal for us, because I don't think anyone's clamoring to watch our videos as they're released. But if you're interested in YouTube videos and how it works, that is how it works. You have to upload it in advance while YouTube processes the lower end version. If you're releasing it right away, and then it takes, for a video about our size, for an hour, it takes them about an hour to upload it, and about an hour to process it too. Should probably start using our armor here. It's actually a reasonable amount of time, but you don't want to be doing this stuff at the last minute, otherwise it doesn't get uploaded in time. We ran into that with the Destiny video on... Oh, this feels like a boss, though. Got some rock music going on. This is Deodri, probably? It's gotta be, right? We have no zombies, too. Well, it's brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Really just trying to see what the fight's like and get a good... we're taking... We'll be watching our health here, so I can identify the big damage areas. We're trying to learn for hardcore. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this playthrough. That's to experience the game too, right? Because we may never experience the whole game if we don't do this, but it's training. You guys like that dodge there? I felt it coming. What are these green dots on us? We're dealing 10% less damage, our minions, for some reason. For each stack of green affluency? I didn't... Well, not having minions is, man, she's hitting hard. I mean, we did take that orb to the face, but did do a lot of damage. It looks like as long as you keep moving, it'd be okay, but I don't know how we get rid of these green orbs here that are following us. Yep. Can I have skeletons down? We should probably get skeletons down, huh? She's about 40%. I'd honestly rather fight her than Piety. That being said, I mean, she's still hitting us pretty hard. I feel like her abilities are easier to dodge, though. Like that's... I mean, we shouldn't have got hit by that. And maybe the visual clarity is just so much better now that it's easier to see her telegraphing her skills. Where on the quality of the graphics were... I mean, they were pretty bad 2 weeks ago. It was kind of hard to tell what was going on. And so they've definitely done something to the game. Because I fixed the issues on my end. The game looks phenomenal right now. Very, very crispy. Yep. I mean, she's almost dead. Yeah. Alright, Sam, what do you got? New ability?
Once more into the breach, and once more we returned victorious. Although I have to admit, I did not relish the sensation of imbibing that foul witch's soul. I felt decidedly Still, our journey nears completion. To the north lies Highgate, and the cessation of our efforts to extract the dark ember from my dearly departed beast. And none too soon. Every hour, Katada's strength grows.
Yep. Okay. And so this just took us... Let's get this recipe here. We haven't been using the crafting station very much. I'm sure you use it quite often. Let's go ahead and turn these quests in here. Back at the encampment. I lost track of thought there. I haven't really used the crafting station that much, but I feel like you use it more at endgame.
Crafty as Dodri would have kept their ugly head under wraps as soon as she saw you coming. I guess death robs us of many things, including our common sense. In any case, thank you. The sewers can run clear now that there's no fetid witch clogging up the
We
pipes.
cleared all the
Here, have a little something to give him.
cleared all the air there. Has one socket. You know what we want? We want a socketed ring, please.
Tell me something. Any chance you might be willing to join forces and turn a healthy profit with old Argan? You ever heard of the wings of the Steri? Not just another damned artifact. This one was the highest symbol of the office of the Meraketh, held by the Sechima of Sechimas. History books will say the wings were last worn by Sechima Asenath, the Golden Sechima, the one who went and got herself murdered by Hector Tatooshus. The only problem is that Tatooshus himself is up and guarding his pretties once more. Still, if you can recover those wings of Asteri, then I'm confident I can sell them back to the Meraketh for a fair sum.
I mean, we're definitely
Lycon, after all.
going to do it,
Stay out of the shadows.
right? We're definitely doing it.
These owl eyes of mine have been watching the sun goddess from afar. The sun orb lies within her temple, guarded by her most ardent devotee, an exile who, in his insanity, has taken to calling himself the Dawn. That orb is the seed that must be stolen from this new son of hers and planted at the feet. I've been keeping a close eye on that exile-turned-sycophant who calls himself the Dusk. Dusk carried the moon orb into the Linares temple and has not returned with it, not as far as I have seen. No doubt he clings to that orb like it's his adopted mother's own nurturing breath. If you were to wean him from the teat and place that orb at the bereft mother's feet, we may yet see the moon itself fall.
Alright, I guess we'll do that as well. There's a ton of side quests we have to do.
Exile, you've helped me before. You can help me again, can't you?
Am I going to reincarnate your...
East, tucked away in a shrine in the key. The Ankh of Eternity.
Yeah.
Veruso, Prima Imperialis, placed it there himself at the dawn of the Empire. If the legends are correct,
We know this isn't going to
the
go well.
Ankh has powers over life and death. When paired with the correct Asmarian ritual, I've learned the ritual. All I need is the Ankh of Eternity, and I know I can bring Tormund back. Properly, this time. Will you retrieve the artifact for us? I've tried, but the creatures around the shrine... simply too dangerous.
Yeah, we're going to do it, but
Be careful.
obviously she's never read any books, because that's, you know, that's always the last thing you want to do. And never turns out well. I guess we have items we could sell here. And identify. Looks like a decent robe here. 13 intellect. I have to remember how all this stuff is set up. Requires level 56. Let's just put it on and see what it looks like, I guess. Yeah, we lose a ton of stats. So we're not going to equip that. Take a look at this. 7% cold damage. Increase rarity. Maximum energy shield. A little bit of lightning resistance. It'd be tough to put this on, to be honest with you guys. I mean, we gain a ton of shield on that one. But I know we're going to lose so many resistances. Let's take a look at it here. So if we put it here, we're losing about 15% fire resistance, which is not good. Put it here. We're getting 13 lightning resistance, but losing like almost 50%, over 50% fire resistance. How's that possible? Let's get 29 fire resistance, 24 fire resistance. So that is like, we need more fire resistance on other pieces of gear because that's basically holding everything up right now. I'm sure we'll find more rings with Tala Morana. I hear what she said. I gotta remember what the quick keys are in this game. I'm sure we'll find more socketed rings later on with resistances on them. These gems, meh. It's a cool looking gem though. I love how all the gems look different too. It's pretty cool. What are we even doing? We're going back to where we were, I guess. And let's see if we go this way. I don't know where this is going to take us. This just takes us back to the surf. I'll just double check. I'm almost, positive the Grand Promenade is the actual encampment. Although, it's not called the encampment. I could be wrong about this. As usual, I was wrong. We are going to get the orb, which is the Lunar Eclipse quest. That's part of the main quest. You know, I think rather than do that, let's go do the optional quest first. Go this way. Have all of our... I think that's all of our summons here. I imagine probably the best way to play this on hardcore is to not walk in there, especially if we're playing Witch, which we are currently while we're still alive, is to not walk into the rooms and kill the monsters. Just stand in the back and do one of these. Alright, and then let the poison clear out. Just where we want to go. The quay? That is where we want to go. Which way? This quay. It's for a fairly small channel. Tunnel. I think you can also get... Grinding Gear Games is giving away the soundtrack for free. The Metamorph soundtrack. I took the time to listen to the soundtrack sometime last week when I was doing something else. I can't even remember what I was doing, but I listened to the soundtrack and it is quite good. The tracks don't stick out as much to me as I'm playing because I'm having to... My big mouth is talking over them. So they're less of a focus, and... not all of them resonated with me like they probably should have, because most of the tracks I heard on there were actually really, really good. It's a strong soundtrack. Highly recommend giving it a listen. And there's a lot of tracks too. Which I think confirms our... They're giving us a new track in each zone theory. I think I've heard this track, though. I could be wrong. I'm sure all you people that have played this game for 10 years or know exactly what track this is and what it's not, what I might be thinking it is. A recurve bow.
The captain's bow washes against the dock from which he set sail.
But yeah, so anyway, good guy, Grinding Gear Games. 5G. Call them 5G. They've been giving away a lot of free stuff lately. Just to help people in the quarantine and just to be good guys, really. Just what it seems like. Good old 5G. Shadow Shriek. It's a shame we get a unique bow there. Tell you what, I am excited to play. Like, just playing this right now, I'm glad to be playing it, but I'm actually really excited for PoE 2. Which is pretty cool that, you know, this is a brand new game for me. I just started playing it. And already PoE 2 is just around the corner. This year, anyway. I'm like 90% sure it's this year. Don't quote me on that, because you know how that goes, right? What was it? 58 intellect. This looks pretty good. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. 34 maximum energy shield. Minions have 14% movement speed. Summon a Raging Spirit, still 130% increased damage. I mean, this is like 79% reduced maximum number of summoned Raging Spirits. So it's a smaller. Well, it's still better though. It's more concentrated damage. Hits always ignite. I mean, this is an amazing helmet. This is like our dream helmet right there. Minion damage support we're going to lose though, but trying to see if I can put that on another. Guess we could put it there. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Actually, we probably do want to put up our resistances. Did we do all that right? I feel like we did. We're not going to be perfect, guys. If you haven't noticed yet. We are not PoE professionals. I played a good deal of Diablo, and I never really considered myself to be a... I was never great at that game either. And so we won't... We'll never be competing with those people that are at the top. That's not our goal. Our goal is to have fun playing the game, explore as much of it as possible, and just have fun. I mean, I'm hoping we get better, but we'll see. We will. I mean, we'll get better. I think I was better at Diablo than I am at this game. Which is this is the only type of this game I think I've ever played. Is this in Diablo? I can't think of another ARPG that I've played. I'm sure that I have, though, to be honest with you. I can't think of one, though. I was going through my Steam library the other day, and I have... I think Torchlight in there. Torchlight 2, which I never played. I think it's kind of similar to this. It's a little bit older, and the graphics are more... I don't want to say they're less good. I mean, it's different style. More cartoony. But I've never played it, so I don't know if it's a good game or not. I think, as far as I know, this is the premier ARPG right now. But you got Diablo 4 coming out this year, and you got PoE 2 coming out, so that'll be It'd be interesting who gets more. Well, and the market share of the game doesn't necessarily mean which one's more successful or which one's better. And it's not really interesting which one has more market share. It's more interesting to find out which game's better. But there's other... I know there's Grim Dawn, I think, is an ARPG. There's tons of ARPGs. But I think this and Diablo are the only ones that I've played. It's kind of the more I think about it, it seems really strange. Because I've played a lot of video games in my life, as most gamers have that watch people play games. I mean, I know all you guys out there have played as many games as me or more. It's just the nature of the beast. What do we want to do? I don't want to put the point in willy-nilly. That's a phrase you probably don't hear very often, willy-nilly. When I was younger, I used to say willily-nillily. See if we can just walk into the water. No. Pick up that shield. It's actually going to be a pretty good year for gaming. It's been a pretty good year so far. We had Doom 2. Doom Eternal. The sequel to... I don't think they really classify it that way, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a sequel to the 2016 release. And that's been getting really good reviews. They say it's better than Doom 2016, and Doom 2016 was a masterpiece. So, it'll be interesting to see how that game's better. We got Half-Life Alyx on VR, which is getting really good reviews as well.
Give it to me quickly. Finally, Tom. We can be together as before.
I'm in Clarissa.
All right. Let's begin. Suffering will besiege us, yet love will prevail. Pain will imprison us, and yet love will
Right there.
prevail. Grief will engulf us, and yet love will...
Exile, look out! Defeat the zombies. It's weird playing on the standard server after losing hardcore because there's no players in town. It's weird. It's kind of a ghost town. Compared to when when the season first opened, there was so many players playing. It's crazy. Feels like we've got our own copy of PoE right now, though. Although I'm certain we don't. He's actually doing decent damage. I mean, I don't think we'll have to worry about him on hardcore, but you can't not dodge that stuff. That's what I was saying, Clarissa.
He did it out of fear, out of...
Yeah,
Oh my. What did the Unc create?
it's a tale as old as time.
Everything I saw that I read. Lies to cover the truth of what Kiara had really become.
She claims she did her homework, but
Alright.
I'm pressing X over here.
Destroy the Unc. We've come a long way since Harusa's day, so I'm thinking I can manage where he so sorely failed. At least that's something I know I can do right. I'll meet you back at the encampment soon.
Alright. I mean... could have saved her, at least her and I, a bunch of time. I'll pick up this gem. It's just sitting there for the taking. That gem slot. Well, that's where we're going to head anyway. Obviously, we didn't just pick it up. This is towards the solar eclipse. Let's do that. Solar or lunar eclipse? I can't tell. I think it is anyway. It's really hard to see this map with this color. I think there's a way that I can zoom in on this a little bit too, but I don't. Is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Maybe not so much. That's too much, really. Maybe here we can go. Oops. So it looks like there's something there. Whoops. Wasn't really paying attention there. Yeah, so the Doom Eternal is supposed to be really good. Half-Life Alyx is supposed to be really good. And I'm not really an Animal Crossing player. Was never my thing. I think when I was really into Nintendo, and I'm not trying to criticize Nintendo. I still think Nintendo is a fantastic company that makes fantastic games. I just don't play Nintendo anymore. The modern consoles. I think Harvest Moon was really the farming game you would play, and I didn't get into that either. So the Animal Crossing franchise kind of missed me. I did play, and I'm not really opposed to those style of games. I did play Stardew Valley, which I really enjoyed. But I get the feeling with the amount of coverage Animal Crossing is beginning that people are enjoying that game. So that's good. No, I think we're just wasting our time walking back here. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop a portal. We're certainly going to have to go this way. I think we should be able to control something. And do I not have we don't have our dash anymore. Feels really bad. Here's something else I wanted to say about Animal Crossing. I played Stardew Valley. I said that. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know. If you're into those kind of farming games, I think Animal Crossing is supposed to be a good game. Let's turn this in.
I was out hunting food for our encampment. Like a prowling cat I was, but what I saw, marching across the ruins, made me feel like a little mouse. Gem-studded warriors pounding the earth, led by their strongest, a captain. I've known of these Gemling legionnaires, how they were once the personal swords of Emperor Chittis. But now they rise again, with this captain at their fore. Swallowing my fear, I followed the captain and found a force being gathered within the grain gate. Exile, I know it's not fair for me to ask. You have done so many things for us. But if you were to find the captain and slay him and his men, I would honor you greatly.
I mean, we will always do any
There is
quest.
nothing else.
Topaz Flask. Well, that has 3,000 evasion rating. That's why we're using it. Let's get back into the swing of this game. We're not playing bad, but we're not really playing slow. Playing like we got concrete shoes on. Which is okay. The race is long over. We're not racing against anybody anymore.
He was never really with me, was he?
No.
Just a shell of a man I loved. Wherever he is now, I hope he is at peace and that he can forgive me for not being able to let go. Here, take something, or at least helping me. And thank you for...
I mean, I helped her desecrate the corpse of her
Be careful.
love interest. The love of her life. That was free point to allocate. Where do we want to go here? Let's check this. Got about 10 minutes left in the episode. Let's see if we can do this trial. I don't think we can, but take a quick look. Not that.
The just goddess presides.
No, not that. This one. So we need to do the Chamber of Sins level 2 in Act 7. So we could go do that, and we could get our second trait. And this is a level 55. We're almost ready for this one, really. So let's go back to Act. Let's go do that. And then we probably won't do it this episode, but next episode we'll get our second ascendancy point. Let's go into the Chamber of Sins, level 2, Act 7. I don't know why that opened. Actually, let's go see why that opened. It's just trolling us. We were just trolled, guys. Chamber of Sins, level 2, Act 7. Chamber of Sins, perfect. It's like we knew what we were doing there. Oh, this was where Silk was doing his ritual for the spider that we killed last act. That seems so long ago. It was just last week, though. We're definitely missing some spells. The charge is one of them. I don't know what happened there. We must have ran into a strength issue. I do miss it, though. It's weird that this was last act and these mobs are just folding like paper.
Oops, clumsy me.
Clumsy me. This is typically going to lead to the front of the dungeon. Probably want to go the other way. We're doing it, though. There's an Einhard. Einhard? Einhar. Einhard minion in here. I mean, it's just a light show over here. I heard a little bit. Ouch. It was kind of hurt when they exploded. Let's go this way. I know it can't be me, but the game feels, or looks, significantly brighter. It's just way more vibrant than it was last week. Feels like a different game. It's like they replaced all the assets with different assets that look better. Strange. Can we get up here? Flamethrower trap. You've activated my flamethrower trap. People still playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Pokemon? I'm sure they're still playing Pokemon. They just did the Detective Pikachu movie, which I think did okay. I don't think they do movies off of failing franchises. Well, sometimes they do. But I think people still play. People still play. I never got into Pokemon. That was another thing that just missed me. It's right outside of the age curve for Pokemon, fortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of people have a lot of endearing things to say about that franchise, and I'm a little bit jealous that I can't. I just have to kind of shrug and say, well, good for you, I guess. No, I should give it a chance. I'm sure they're good games, and I would probably learn to enjoy them. I did play Pokemon Snap, maybe? The one on the N64 where you hunt Pokemon and take pictures of them. But I don't know. I don't know why I just missed that boat. I feel like it was around the age that it should have been interesting to me, and it was probably on TV all the time, but for whatever reason I never saw it on TV. Strange thing that is. But, that's not to say that I couldn't get into Pokemon now. People have such reverence for it that I think we want to go down there. I just feel like if I play the game and get into it, my enthusiasm for the game will never be what those people that grew up with it have for it today. I could be wrong about that, because there's plenty of franchises that I've played as an adult that I really enjoy. So I should probably just give Pokemon a chance. Well, the Ascendancy Trial is not going to be over here, right? Let's see. No, definitely not over here. Oh, I was even talking about Pokemon. I can't. Oh, I was saying somebody activated my trap card. I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And then talking about Pokemon. Didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Either. I'm more familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Through the trap card meme. I was a Magic kid growing up. I played Magic the Gathering. Not extensively, though. I went camping with my next door neighbor, and he was really into it. So before I went camping, I found the Ascendancy Trail. He had just gotten into it, so he told me to go out and buy a starter pack. And a starter pack is like the bare minimum for being able to play a game of Magic. Like, it gives you enough that you're gonna have a complete deck that you could play with somebody else, a standard game. And so I went and bought it, and we played it the whole time. Not the whole time that we were camping, but we played it quite a bit, and it was really fun. Magic had a big, not a big enough impact that I started playing it on a regular basis. So I would collect the cards because I thought the art was really neat, and the art is really neat on Magic cards. If you've never taken a look at it, if you like this aesthetic in this game, you'll really love the art in Magic. Those blades just kind of stop for us there. Mana regen rank 1. Yeah, I would say the aesthetic is very similar to what you're seeing in PoE. Although it's varied because they have different artists come in. Well, it's got a lot of gem slots on it. So yeah, I would play. We played Magic then, and as an adult, I didn't really play it. I just kind of stopped collecting cards the older I got, and the only time I would play it would be online with. I think it was Rise of the Planewalker, or I can't remember the name of the game. Something Planeswalker. That was actually a pretty cool game. It had these fun challenges where they would give you a specific hand, and you were tasked to defeat the computer. So there was a specific way you had to do it. They were like puzzles. I remember that being a really cool feature of that game. And then there's the current Magic the Gathering Arena, which is a really fun game, and I do play that from time to time. Although currently I haven't been playing it as of late. But guys, it's enough waffling for me. We just hit the hour mark, so that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, please drop us a like. It helps us out a great deal. And subscribe. That helps us out even more. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode of Path of Exile. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.